Sigmas. Ever felt like the world is playing by rules you never signed up for? Why does everyone else seem to worship these mindless norms while you're over here like, huh? Today we're flipping the script on the absurd things society wants you to swallow. This is 7 absurd things that make no sense to Sigma males. Sigmas, your lifestyle is a badge of self-determined independence. You don't just break free from the matrix, you question its very blueprint. Let's dive in and find out why these 7 things make absolutely zero sense to your Sigma soul. First up, the endless 9-to-5 grind. Sigmas see it as a hamster wheel, not a purpose. Studies show that many independent-minded people, including Sigmas, crave flexibility and autonomy over mindless routines. Second, the pressure to constantly socialize and network. While most chase clout and popularity, Sigmas thrive in solitude. Research from psychology journals confirms that solitude fuels creativity and innovation. Third, the need to flaunt material wealth. Sigmas value experiences and purpose over possessions, echoing minimalist principles backed by behavioral economics. Fourth, the obsession with trends. Sigmas reject conformity and embrace timeless authenticity. Fifth, the idea that you must follow a linear life plan, school, job, marriage, retire. Sigmas prefer to write their own playbook, a trait aligned with modern entrepreneurial mindsets. Sixth, the unwritten rules of dating and relationships. Sigmas seek deep connections, not shallow games. Lastly, the fear of standing alone. Sigmas know that going solo isn't weakness, it's the ultimate freedom. So there you have it. 7 absurd things that the world clings to, but Sigmas reject like a glitch in the matrix. Number 1, chasing social validation. Sigmas. While the world is busy curating highlight reels on social media, you know deep down that none of that matters. Society tells us we need to be liked by everyone. But for you, it's not about the likes, the followers, or the applause. It's about substance over style and authenticity over approval. Why do Sigma males refuse to chase social validation? Because they understand that validation is like a mirage in the desert. No matter how far you travel or how many likes you gather, it never truly quenches your thirst for self-worth. Research in psychology has shown that chasing social approval can actually erode your sense of identity. When you constantly measure your worth by the opinions of others, you lose touch with what makes you, well, you. Sigma males get that. They've learned the power of self-validation, knowing that their worth doesn't hinge on how many people applaud or approve. It's a mindset rooted in independence and self-assuredness. Instead of scrolling endlessly for external affirmation, Sigmas invest their time in developing skills, exploring passions, and nurturing meaningful connections. This doesn't mean they shun social interaction altogether. It means they prioritize real connections over shallow likes and fleeting popularity. Here's a fascinating fact. Studies reveal that people who rely less on external validation are more resilient and have higher self-esteem. Sigma males embody this naturally. They see that the world of highlight reels and filters is fleeting, a curated show that can never capture the richness of authentic life. So while everyone else is in the spotlight, the Sigma male finds strength in the shadows, focusing on personal growth and genuine fulfillment. They're not invisible, they're just selective about where they direct their energy. This is what makes them magnetic in a world that's become obsessed with appearances. In the end, it's not about rejecting society, it's about reclaiming your power. Sigma males have cracked the code. True value lies in being anchored in your own truth, even if the world never takes notice. Number 2, forced groupthink. Let's be real, Sigmas. Groupthink is like kryptonite to your soul, the idea that you must fit in with a herd mentality, please. Sigmas thrive in solitude and question the status quo. Most people just want to blend in, to go with the flow, but that's never been your style. Your mind is your sanctuary, your opinions your own. No external noise can drown out your quiet conviction. When the group says conform, you say no thanks, because you know that true leadership means trusting your instincts, not mimicking the masses. This resistance to groupthink isn't just a personality quirk. It's backed by psychology and history. Groupthink, a term coined by Irving Janis in 1972, describes how people in cohesive groups often make irrational decisions to preserve harmony. Think of the disastrous 1961 Bay of Pigs invasion. Experts agreed it was a terrible idea, but no one dared to challenge the group consensus. That's what happens when individuals trade their voice for acceptance, but not you. Sigmas have what psychologists call a strong internal locus of control. You believe you're in charge of your life, not external forces. This trait empowers you to navigate challenges with self-assurance. While others rely on the group for validation, you find power in your solitude and independent thinking. It's why you're drawn to paths less traveled, careers that defy convention, and ideas that spark innovation. Remember, solitude isn't isolation, it's a source of strength. Neuroscience even backs it up. Studies show that spending time alone can boost creativity, enhance memory, and reduce stress. The brain's default mode network, the part that lights up when we're introspective, is more active during alone time. So when you're off in your own world, you're not just checked out. You're actually forging fresh ideas and strengthening your resolve. Sigmas, don't be swayed by the chorus of conformity. Cherish your independent spirit, lead with your own insights, and challenge the mainstream narrative. After all, true progress doesn't come from echoing the crowd. It comes from the lone voice willing to ask, what if there's a better way? Number 3, pointless small talk. All right, here's one that never fails to amuse. Small talk, Sigmas. You know what I'm talking about? The endless chatter about weather, celebrity gossip, or the latest TikTok trend. It's the kind of noise that just doesn't compute for you. While others bond over trivial chatter, you crave conversations that matter. Depth over fluff, meaning over monotony. Small talk? Nah, it's just static. You'd rather talk about the cosmos, the power of purpose, or how to build a life that's truly yours. Why is this? Well, it turns out there's some science behind your preference for substance over superficiality. Research in psychology suggests that introverted and highly self-reliant individuals, like the Sigma male archetype, find small talk to be emotionally draining and unfulfilling. In fact, a 2010 study published in the journal Psychological Science found that people who engaged in more meaningful conversations reported higher levels of happiness and well-being compared to those who spent most of their time in small talk. It's not that Sigmas can't handle small talk, they just see it as a time sink, something that doesn't bring them closer to real understanding or connection. Historically, small talk has always had its place. It's like social glue. A quick exchange to break the ice or smooth over awkward silences, but for the Sigma male, it's a bridge to nowhere. You're not antisocial, just anti-superficial. You'd rather skip the pleasantries and dive right into the deep end, discussing ideas, philosophies, and the mysteries of the universe. It's not just about what's said, but also about authenticity. Sigmas value authenticity in themselves and in others. Small talk often feels forced or scripted, a ritual of politeness that lacks the spark of genuine curiosity. And that's what makes you different. You're not here to fill the air with empty words. You're here to explore the depths, to learn, and to grow. So the next time you find yourself at a party, stuck in the middle of weather talk or the latest viral dance trend, remember this: you're wired differently. And that's not just okay, it's powerful. Your mind is a lighthouse, cutting through the fog of the mundane, searching for truth, meaning, and the extraordinary. Embrace it. Number 4, obsession with trends. Sigmas, have you noticed how everyone seems to be sprinting after the latest trend as if it's a golden ticket to success? Whether it's the newest fashion fad, the hottest tech gadget, or the wellness craze of the week, people jump on these bandwagons without thinking twice. And here you are, watching it all unfold, thinking, why? Let's break it down. Trends are by nature short-lived. They pop up fast and fade even faster. Look at fashion. One minute, everyone's obsessed with skinny jeans. The next, baggy pants make a comeback. It's the same with technology. Remember when everyone needed the latest smartphone, only for it to be replaced by a newer version within months? Trends come and go, but style and authenticity are timeless. Sigmas understand this better than most. You don't chase after every shiny new thing. Instead, you take your time. You explore, experiment, and find what truly works for you. Your style isn't borrowed from the catwalk or social media influencers. It's born from your experiences, your values, and your personal vision. You know that real confidence doesn't come from a label or a status symbol. It comes from within. When everyone else is busy switching lanes, you're busy paving your own. That's because Sigmas don't let the world dictate their direction. You're not here to fit in. You're not here to impress. You're here to express. And that's what makes you magnetic. Interestingly, research in consumer psychology shows that trend followers are often motivated by social validation. They want to fit in, to be seen, to be approved. Sigmas, on the other hand, have what's known as internal locus of control. This means you're driven by your own standards and not by external expectations. It's what sets you apart in a world obsessed with fleeting moments. So while the rest of the world rushes from one trend to the next, you stand firm like a lighthouse in the storm. You know that real substance, whether in fashion, ideas, or life itself, is never dictated by a hashtag. You refuse to be a carbon copy of someone else's trend. You are your own brand, your own movement. Keep paving that path, Sigmas. Number 5, pleasing everyone. Here's a mind bender. Society tells you to be everything to everyone. But Sigmas, you see right through it. You know you can't please everyone, and you shouldn't even try. Why? Because you've learned the ultimate truth. The more you try to please everyone, the more you lose yourself. Sigmas understand that living on your own terms means some people will love you and some won't, and that's perfectly fine. In fact, according to psychology, the pleaser mindset often stems from low self-esteem and a fear of rejection. Studies show that people who constantly try to meet others' expectations end up feeling burnt out and resentful. Sigmas, however, have cracked this code. They're the quiet disruptors, operating outside the typical social hierarchies. They're not driven by external validation or the need to be liked by everyone. They've tapped into something deeper, authenticity. Authenticity isn't just a buzzword, it's a powerful concept backed by science. Research by psychologist Dr. Michael Kernis shows that people who live authentically have higher self-esteem, greater life satisfaction, and stronger mental health. Sigmas embrace this. They know that when you're true to yourself, you attract the people who genuinely resonate with you, and you repel those who don't. And that's okay. It's not rejection, it's redirection. Living this way isn't always easy. It means facing criticism from people who don't understand your path. But Sigmas have the courage to say, I'd rather be real and disliked than fake and adored. This mindset frees them from the exhausting treadmill of people-pleasing. It's like this. If you're constantly trying to be everyone's cup of tea, you'll end up watering yourself down to lukewarm tap water. Sigmas, on the other hand, are like a strong espresso shot, bold, authentic, and unapologetic. They're not here to be the world's doormat. They're here to be their own hero. This doesn't mean they're selfish or unkind. It means they know their worth, and they refuse to compromise it for the fleeting approval of others. So here's the truth. You don't need to be everything to everyone. You just need to be true to yourself. Because at the end of the day, those who matter will respect you for it, and that's the Sigma way. Number 6, living to impress. Sigmas, tell me if this sounds familiar. The constant grind to one-up, to flaunt, to shout out your worth from every rooftop, that never sat right with you, did it? In a world obsessed with external validation and constant self-promotion, the Sigma male stands apart. You understand that real confidence doesn't need to be broadcast. It's quiet, it's steady, and it's not up for debate. While others chase likes, shares, and applause, you're content being the unseen force that shapes outcomes from the shadows. What's fascinating is that the Sigma mindset aligns with some of the most powerful historical figures and movements. Think of Nikola Tesla, who was often overshadowed by louder personalities like Thomas Edison, yet his brilliance revolutionized electricity and communication. Or Miyamoto Musashi, the famed samurai who believed in mastering oneself first and letting the results speak for themselves. These examples show that silent mastery and confidence can leave a legacy more enduring than any public display. Psychologists have studied the traits that separate self-assured individuals from those constantly seeking validation. According to research published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, those who rely on external validation often feel less secure and more anxious, while those with intrinsic self-worth tend to be more content and less driven by the need for approval. You, as a Sigma, embody that internal calm. You don't measure yourself against others, but against your own standards. The beauty of this approach is that it allows you to focus your energy on what truly matters: growth, purpose, and excellence. Instead of trying to impress, you invest in yourself and your passions. Instead of noise, you cultivate depth. You understand that true confidence is like a mountain, silent, immovable, and unimpressed by passing storms. In the end, while the world clamors for attention, you recognize that the most powerful moves are often made in silence. So let the spotlight shine elsewhere. You'll remain the quiet architect of your own destiny, proving that real power doesn't need an audience. It just needs unwavering self-belief and the courage to walk your own path, regardless of who's watching. Number 7, the rat race. Let's take a deep breath and unpack this together, Sigmas. The rat race, that endless pursuit of money, titles, and status. It's like a treadmill that never stops, always urging you to run faster, but never offering you a real destination. This is the very essence of the modern hustle culture, where we're told to climb corporate ladders and chase promotions, as if the next paycheck or shiny title will finally bring us fulfillment. But let's be real. Studies by the American Psychological Association show that chronic work stress contributes to burnout, depression, and even physical illnesses like heart disease. In fact, according to a 2022 Gallup report, over 40% of workers worldwide said they experience daily stress. That's a massive number of people stuck in a system designed to drain them dry. Sigmas, you've seen through this charade. You understand that the rat race is a game designed to keep you in line, trapped in cycles of consumerism and empty rewards. You're not here to chase status or impress others with superficial titles. You're here to build a life that resonates with your soul. While others chase validation through job titles or social status, you seek meaning. You build your life around your passions, what truly makes you come alive. You're not afraid to step off the hamster wheel and forge your own path, even if it's unconventional. Consider the story of Nikola Tesla, a true Sigma of his time. While the world celebrated status and wealth, Tesla focused on his innovations, passionate, independent, and driven by his inner calling. He didn't care about titles or the approval of society. Instead, he created something that changed the world, and that's the essence of the Sigma approach. You're not here to chase, you're here to create. Your success isn't measured by how many people you can impress or how many zeros you see on your paycheck. It's measured by the depth of your impact and the authenticity of your journey. So reject the rat race. Build a life on your own terms. Pursue what excites your spirit and brings meaning to your days. Because true freedom doesn't come from titles or money, it comes from living in alignment with who you are and what you're meant to create. That's the Sigma way. And it's how you rise above the noise, leaving the endless chase behind once and for all. Sigmas, these 7 surprising behaviors might seem strange to others because you perceive the world through a unique lens. Unlike alphas who seek leadership or betas who often follow social norms, Sigmas carve their own path with quiet confidence and independence. This isn't by accident. It's a reflection of a deep-rooted authenticity and self-awareness that guides you every day. Living as a Sigma means embracing solitude, not as loneliness, but as a powerful space for growth and reflection. Psychologically, Sigmas tend to be introverted but highly self-reliant, thriving without needing external validation. You're less interested in fitting in and more invested in carving out your own rules. This often puzzles those who rely on social approval, but it's your secret strength. Remember, you don't need permission to be your authentic self. Society constantly tries to drag everyone into its noise and chaos, but your Sigma spirit resists that pull. Staying true to your values, focusing on your goals, and leading by example is what makes your quiet power irresistible. If this resonates, like and subscribe to connect with a community that honors independence and real strength. Share this with a fellow Sigma who needs the reminder, because your energy matters. Stay true, stay Sigma.